Good morning, one and all. Welcome to the DBMS lecture series. In this video, I am going to cover the concepts of data modeling and what are the various categories of data models available. So, before going to the categories of data models, let us define what is the major purpose of data models. The word data model indicates modeling the data. Modeling the data is nothing but representation of the database in terms of the data model that has been selected to the users. Whatever may be the template, whatever may be the design template that has been chosen by the particular data model, in terms of the data template, we are going to present the contents of the database to the users. That is nothing but data modeling. Data modeling is nothing but representation of the database in terms of the template that has been chosen by the particular database model. So, by means of a data model, we are going to discuss these four types of issues. What are the four types of issues? The particular data model going to describe what are the contents of the database. That means what are the actual data items that have been collected. Next issue is accessing, how the data items are going to be accessed or retrieved from the database. The third one is the logical representation of the data, how the data is going to be organized to present to the users. That is called as logical organization. The fourth issue is physical organization, how actually the data has been organized physically in the hard disk or in the case of computer memory. That is nothing but physical organization. These four types of issues are going to be presented by means of a data model. So what are the four kinds of issues? What are the data items that have been actually collected? How the data items are to be accessed from the database, and how the data items are going to be presented in an organized way to the users. That is nothing but logical organization structure. And how the data items are actually physically stored on the magnetic disk or any category of storage media. That is nothing but physical organization structure. So this is all about the data modeling. So next, this slide indicates what are the categories of data models. We can divide or we can broadly classify the data models into three categories. The first one is physical data model, logical data models, as well as the conceptual data model. As the slide indicates, the conceptual data models are particular hardware independent and they are also software independent. They are free from hardware as well as the software. Whereas the case of the logical data model, they are hardware independent but software dependent. Depending upon the particular platform or depending upon the operating system we are using, we need to choose the particular logical model. But once we have chosen the logical model, it is hardware independent. So the next category of the data model is physical data model. So in the category of physical data model, it is both hardware dependent as well as the software dependent. Depending upon the hardware we are utilizing, depending upon the software we are utilizing, we need to choose the particular physical data model. So these are the categories of the data model. Once we will again refine the three categories of the data models available are physical data model, which are hardware dependent and software dependent. The next category of the data model is logical data model, which are hardware independent and software dependent. And the third category of the data models are conceptual data model, which are both hardware independent and software independent. So now we'll describe what are the examples for these three categories of data model. See, the example for the conceptual data model are entity relationship data model, familiarly known as ER model, semantic model, functional model, and object oriented model. These are only a few examples for the conceptual data models. The next category of the data model is logical data model. Under the logical data model also, there exist numerous examples under the category of the logical data model, which are particularly the record based data models. In this category, we are having especially three familiar examples that are nothing but relational database models, network database models, and hierarchical data models. These three are familiarly used in any category of the database which we are going to use anywhere in any kind of application. So the next category of data models are physical data models. The physical data models are none of the business of the users as well as the DBAs or application programmers. They will be taken by care by the particular operating system and particular DBMS themselves. So these are the examples of the database model. Now in the first unit we are going to cover the logical data models. The logical data models are hierarchical data model, network data model and relational data model. We will cover them now. The first category of the data model is nothing but hierarchical data model. As its name indicates, the hierarchical data model represents the data items arranged like a tree structure. In the case of a tree structure, we are having some root node, we are having some parent, under the parent so many childs are available, and for that childs another child's categories are available. Like that, whatever may be the data items that are available in our database, all the data items are being arranged like a tree structure, and that kind of data model is going to be called as a hierarchical data model. See, and in the case of your hierarchical data model, for each and every data items that are existed within our database model, there exists a parent-child relationship. One parent can have several childs, but one child may have only one parent. These are the restrictions within my hierarchical data model. See one of the example which I have presented to you. So within this hierarchical data model, the root of the tree I have mentioned is project 1. For the project 1, I am having 3 cells that are department 1, department B and department C. And for the department 1, I am having 2 employees which are employee 1 and employee 2. And under the department B, I am having another 2 employees, that is employee 3 and employee 4. And for the department C also I am having employee 5 and employee 6. So here, who is the parent of department A? Project 1 is a parent. So for the employee 3, which is the parent, department B is a parent. Like that, among each and every data item, we can establish a parent-child relationship in our database. So such kind of data models are being called as the hierarchical data model. This is a general example for the hierarchical data model. Let us see a record-based example for the hierarchical data model. See the record-based example. We may have several kinds of records that have been represented. For each and every record also, we are being establishing the parent-child relationship. The topmost record is there, which is the parent. Under the topmost record, I am having B004, B002, B005, B003 and B007 are the first level childs for the root node. Again, for them, there exist sub-childs. What are the childs for B005? B005 having the childs of SL41 and SL21. Like that, among each and every record, I am establishing certain categories of parent-child relationship. So the next category of data model is network data model. As its name indicates, in the category of network data model, each and every data item in our database is going to be represented as a database object, and among these database objects, we will directly relate one database object to another database object, and these nodes, objects as well as the relationships will form a graph-like structure. Each and every data item is going to be represented as a node, and the relationship among these objects are going to be represented by means of an arc, and totally these will represent some type of graph, and that graph is particularly known as network. So see the example of network data model which we have covered. So project 1, project 2 are the two nodes. For the project 1 is related to department A and department B, and the project 2 is related with the department B and department C. Like that, we will relate one item to another item. The relationships among the data items are going to be depicted by using the arcs, totally forming one kind of graph, or the graph can also be called as a network. So see the example for the network based, record based network model also. So see the record based network model. So these are the first record is related with the two records. B005 is related with SL41, SL21, which have been represented by means of the direct class. B007 is connected with SE9. B003 is connected with SG34, SG14 and SG5. Like that we are establishing one-to-one relationship or many-to-many relationship or one-to-many relationship among the data items which have been represented by the arcs and totally forming a network structure. And the last category of the network model is nothing but relational data model, and particularly in the case of any type of DBMS, the relational data model is being quite commonly used for the representation of the database. As its name indicates, in the case of the relational data model, the database is going to be represented as a collection of relations. What is a relation? Relation is nothing but a table. A table is nothing but collection of rows and columns. So among the database, whatever may be the entities that appear in the database, each and every entity is going to be represented as a row in a database table. Whatever may be the attributes of an entity, that attributes are going to be represented as the columns of a table. So see the example for the relational data model which we are going to cover. So here the first database table is regarding the project. How many projects entries I have taken? 3 project entries. So the 3 rows are appearing. What are the database attributes I am taking? Project number, description and department number. So the 3 columns are going to be represented. That means the project details have been represented by means of a relation or a table, that is nothing but project table consisting of 3 rows and 3 columns. Likewise, I am having department table which is also consisting of 3 rows and 3 columns. And the last one is having manager table. How many managers I am being representing 3 managers having how many columns, how many attributes? 5 attributes are represented. So in the case of a relational model, the database is going to be depicted as a collection of tables. Tables are nothing but relations, which are a combination of collection of rows and columns. So this is an example for the record-based data model. I have given some instance for the branch table. Branch table consisting of branch number, street, city and postal code. These are the values for that branch table. And I have taken the staff table also. The staff table consisting of the attributes of staff number, first name, last name, position, gender, date of birth, salary and branch number. And the values for that each and every column have been mentioned. So while coming to the summary of this video, we have presented what are the various category of data models available and what is the purpose of data model, and we are going to cover what is the purpose of record based model, how we are going to represent by means of a network model, and how we are going to represent the database in terms of hierarchical model have been covered. So thanks for watching, and we will meet in the next lecture series.